One of the best ways to fully understand how to improvise through chord changes is by writing lines that represent the historical evolution of jazz improvisation. Through my studies with Charlie Banakis, who was arguably the greatest jazz teacher on the planet, I learned to write my own lines based on the content of each and every lesson. This is the thing that's enabled me to own a new musical concept and get it into my playing quickly. That's what we're going to look at today, so grab your bass and let's get started. So the line that we're going to be working on today is from my book, 50 Essential Jazz Funk Lines. So if you don't have this yet, then just click over here and pick it up now because there's so much great content in this book. A concept that I talk about in the book is called minor conversion. I'm going to be talking about this a little bit later, but first check out how this line in C minor sounds over a C minor 7 chord. With that sound firmly in your ears, let's see how the exact same line sounds when superimposed over a B7 altered chord. Now, for many, it's going to sound a little bit weird in comparison to the first example, but what I want you to do is go back and listen to this for about 10 times. And eventually, this is going to begin to make sense when applied to a different harmonic context. It's weird how this can take some time for your ears to adjust, but with a little perseverance, you'll start to be able to hear how the same line can work over multiple chord changes. This is great because it means that you can get a lot more mileage out of the vocabulary that you've already developed. In the first beat of the bar, the line goes 5, flat 3, double chromatic above into the root. Beat 2 arpeggiates the chord ascending using root, flat 3, 5, flat 7. Beat 3 uses 9-9 chromatic below, diatonic above into the root of beat 4. Beat 4 is comprised of root, flat 7, flat 3, 5. Let's put all that together. Into bar 2, in beat 1, we have a double chromatic above into the root, followed by a chromatic above into the flat 7 of beat 2. Beat 2 goes flat 7, root, 9, 11. Beat 3 is root, 11, 9. And in beat 4, we have root, 5, scale passing tone descending into the flat 3. Let's go ahead and put that together. Bar 3 starts with a descending C minor 7 arpeggio, flat 7, 5, flat 3, root. The next 3 beats are made up from the minor pentatonic scale. So we've got F, E flat, C, B flat, E flat, C, B flat, C, and then we've got B flat, G, B flat, C. The line then finishes with 5, flat 7, flat 3, down to the 9. So putting all that together, we're going to have this. Combining everything that we've learned so far, what I want you to do is grab your bass and play this slowly with me. Okay, now you go practice. So when applying the minor conversion concept, what we're basically doing is taking the C minor 7 line that we had and superimposing it over an altered dominant chord a half step below. We've got to be a little bit careful in this context because the flat 7 in the C minor 7 is B flat, and this isn't going to work over the B7 altered if I decide to sustain the note a little bit too long. The other notes in the C minor 7 chord work perfectly though. The C is the flat 9, the E flat is the 3, and the G is the flat 13. So technically, a better minor chord to superimpose over the B7 altered might be a C minor major 7 chord. I can still make the C minor 7 chord work with the right execution though. And in reality, if I was just playing over a C minor 7 chord, I'd be switching back and forwards between the C minor 7 and the C minor major 7. Maybe this is the subject for another lesson. This whole subject is extremely vast and really can't be covered completely in one lesson. Part of the evolution of a musician is understanding that at a basic or beginner level, things are easier understood as being interpreted as either black or white. As you progress towards an intermediate level, it's all just different shades of gray. It's when you get to a more advanced level where you'll start to see all the individual colors blended together. Until next time, practice smart, work hard, and play creatively.